Hey guys, Krissy with the Windswept Cowboy here. It's just a couple of days after Christmas and I am taking down my Christmas decor. If you do the same thing, leave me a comment because I don't want to be alone. Anyway, I like to bring in the new year with a clean, fresh slate. And I have had this up for quite a while, if you recall, so it's time for it to go. But I want to show you how I pack away my ornaments and my tree. And I have a couple helpful hints for you, so stay tuned and I'll show you how I do it. So the first thing that I like to do is take things off in order, so the last thing I put on is going to be the first thing I take off. Ironically, it's this ugly Christmas ornament. Isn't he cute? Well, he doesn't really count. So anyway, I'm going to work on these picks first, and then these ornaments here. And none of those are breakable, so those are easily removed. And then I have my balls here. These are breakable, so I'm going to show you how I wrap them up and store them. And then I'm going to do my ribbon and then my lights. So I'm going to start pulling off my picks, and I'm going to wrap them up in tissue paper. That way, next year, when you pull them out of the box, they're not going to be all tangled and they're not going to fall apart on you. These ornaments that come off next, they're not breakable. I'm going to stack them by color and by size, and also like items. Like I have 6 of these stars, so I'm going to make sure I put all 6 together. That way, next year, when I pull them out, they're all right there for me. Would be these signs. I'm just going to put them in my container. I may wrap a couple of them that have the writing and the painting on them, just so the paint doesn't get scratched. And I'll wrap them up in tissue paper and just throw them in my bin. For the snowflakes, I'm going to gather all of them together, so they're all together and I know how many I have for next year, so I can evenly space them around my tree. And the balls, I have a very special container that I put the breakable balls in. And they are those corrugated cardboard inserted little containers. I will show you when we get to them. Then I will unwind the ribbon. I'm just going to roll that up like I did in the very beginning when you saw me make it. I'm going to put that in my container. And then I'm going to wrap the lights, and I use a little wrist elbow for the lights. Now comes the time to take down the tree. I removed all the lights, but I'm saving my twinkle lights because I'm going to actually put them in my tree box. That way they don't get mixed up with my regular lights, and they are going to be the first lights that I put on my tree. So this is going to go in the tree box along with my foot stomper that turns on my tree lights. Well, that's a wrap, guys. It is all put away for one more year. The key to it is to be organized when you take it down, so you're organized next year bringing it all back out. There's nothing worse than broken bulbs, tangled ornaments, tangled lights that don't work. You know what I'm talking about. So take your time now when you put your tree away to wrap everything up. What I did with my ornament hooks, you saw me take those off. I put them in a baggie and I put them on top of my ornaments. So they are all ready to go and I don't have to look for those either. And when you're putting your tree away and it's like overflowing your box, you should see what I do. I step in my box and I stomp on my tree branches. That's the only way I can get them to fit in those boxes. So if you're like me, don't be afraid to do that. That's it, that's a wrap. And Alexa, time to vacuum. Happy crafting.